Doctrine 8, The Globe. Title: The Globe. By Pastor Mark Richard Chinchin, http://www.rdmcc.org. Royal Diadem Ministries, a cyber church, created for RDMCC Compound and Cyber Church. The Globe. You have relationship with yourself via interpersonal communication. You have relationship with yourself via intrapersonal communication. You have relationship with other people via interpersonal communication. These two relationships also must come into a balance. If you focus too much on intrapersonal communication, you will become isolated from family and friends, and in the wider society, your level of introversion will increase to dangerous levels. This is the danger of the introvert. If you're too busy in intrapersonal communication, on the other hand, your extroversion will reach dangerous heights. If you're too busy in interpersonal communication, on the other hand, your extroversion will reach dangerous heights, and you will lack introspection. This is the danger of the extrovert, to be too focused on yourself, away from others, in hopes to better wrestle with your demons, in order to one day emerge as a whole and ready individual, a day that never comes. To be too fixated on the globe leaves you living without a deep examination of your life. An unexamined life is not worth living. Socrates. The world is the crucible in which you are forged and in which you test out all you've learned. The globe is the theatre in which you unfold your destiny. Your destiny and your great plan is the script that will guide your actions and direct your focus, as well as help you keep momentum and focus towards your objectives and life goals. The Crucible, New Paradigm Press, C. Don Beck and Graham Linscott. ISBN number 0/620/16241/4, pages 31 to pages 33. In September 1961, W. Graves, Professor Emeritus of Psychology at Union College in New York State, had a eureka moment. He stepped over to the board, chalk in hand. He erased the board on the clean slate, began to scratch out a complex, multifaceted and comprehensive model. Graves wrote out the essence of his point of view that day in chalk. He had discovered a new paradigm, which he called the emergent, cyclical, double helix model of adult psychosocial systems development. This lesson goes into a version of what Professor Graves drew on his blackboard. Do not be scared off, fear not, by its apparent complexity. I would not give a fig for the simplicity this side of complexity, but I would give my life for the simplicity the other side of complexity. Crucibles. Problems of existence create new solutions. Paradigms. For the new problems in the passage of time, the new order will run into difficulty, for as it solves problems, it churns out new ones in its wake. Then a new crucible is reached, and a new paradigm emerges to address those challenges. Such a process of dynamics is at work now and throughout history. When the tribal purple system failed, a new crucible produced empire red, in turn replaced largely by religious blue, to be turned over by orange, and so it goes on. Note all these colors will Note all these colors still operate on the globe. In some countries, one or other still holds sway, but it is being challenged or replaced by another. Luke 21 verses 3 and 4 is their text, and we're reading from the Word of God. Verse 3, so he said, truly I say to you that the poor widow has put in more than all. And verse 4, for all these out of their abundance have put in offerings for God, but she out of her poverty put in all the livelihood that she had. Sacred history is history seen through the eye of faith. The law of the spiral dictates that the problems of the other colors can only be resolved by balancing the requirements of the specific color to the needs of the spiral. Three-phase solution generation. Phase 1. Articulate and put on paper the current crisis. Phase 2. The dream future in the short, intermediate and long-term scenario. Phase 3. Tap ultimate implementation designs that have the following qualities. They must be practical, measurable, and achievable. Societies and cultures are shaped by collectively held paradigms. People express their paradigms by individual value systems. Paradigms or value systems are expressed as views of religion, human destiny, the future, and bottom lines. These are reflected in economics, social, political, and philosophical theories, and specific attitudes towards a host of issues, from sex to community development. Steps of transformation. Half of societies or churches can remain in this state for ages, but their clock is ticking. Beta, in this period people know something is wrong, but we cannot put a finger on it. We lack insight. We try more and more of the same, because we think the system is okay. We think the system is alright, that there's nothing intrinsically wrong or flawed with it. We are not at the point of challenging the system yet. The second phase of beta is nostalgia for the good old days. The phase 3 beta state is a window of opportunity, where there is a chance of moving from beta to a new alpha position. If we have the revelation that the system did not come to us from heaven above, there is a possibility that we can do a second order change shift. This is the reform or reconstruction option, where the society or church evolves. However, if basic needs of people are not met, the downward spiral will lead to a revolutionary gamma scenario. It is here that Professor Graves took a note out of Maslow's book, Maslow's Hierarchy of Needs. Maslow postulated that satisfaction of earlier needs would spontaneously cause a shift in the direction of self-actualization, the final stage in his pyramid of needs. At the base level, physiological, breathing, food, water, sex, sleep, homeostasis, excretion. The next step, safety, security of body, employment, resources, morality, the family, health, property. The next step, love, belonging, friendship, family, sexual intimacy. The next step, esteem, self-esteem, confidence, achievement, respect of others, respect by others. And finally, at the pinnacle, at the apex of the pyramid, self-actualization, morality, creativity, spontaneity, problem-solving, lack of prejudice, acceptance of facts. Graves noted, "None of my subjects made the jump to a higher level without a period of crisis and regression before the higher level system emerged. When any insight is achieved, and there are other people around the individual, few of them may share the new insight. Therefore the barriers of family, the barriers of friends, the barriers of the system and its ideology or theology must be overcome in order to do the jump, the leap TM. If the reform option becomes blocked, the gamma state is experienced, a time of frustration that produces antisocial and self-destructive behavior patterns. Gamma can even lead to insurrection. The anger is caused by 1. A knowledge of what is wrong and why. 2. Understanding what is needed for new alpha. But 3. Fear of those powerful and sinister forces which have erected barriers that stand in the way. These barriers can be internal or external in their nature. When the barriers are overcome, a delta stage is reached. Delta is a period of excitement and rapid change of fresh energy. Too much delta emotionally displayed can bring a backlash. After delta, the next stage is a new alpha. In order for a church to change from an orange to a green paradigm, a spiritual void must be felt. Bored with the trinkets of materialism or jaded by the proponents of one of its philosophies, he now realizes the need for community and is on a quest for human warmth. To replace the coldness of materialism, he is now ready to make the jump to take the leap TM. He has been forged in the crucible and come out of the painful process. On another level, a period of adjustment will allow him to reorientate himself. Let us help people to make such transitions. Let us help churches to make such reconstructions, in the knowledge that not all will make the leap TM of faith.